Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Drop the Ball podcast. This podcast involves myself, Jack Lee, and
Myself, Sam Law.
we're both PGA professional golfers. However, we're having a bit of an hard time at the minute, finding it very hard to talk about golf. So, basis of this podcast really is to avoid golf and talk about pretty much every other sport, which I think we take a bit more of an enjoyment in, really, don't we?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be, to start with, heavily football focused. Premier League this week as well.
Yeah.
I've got a big interest in Premier League this season as I support Huddersfield Town.
And I've got a big interest in the Premier League every season as I support Man United.
Well done.
For my sins.
Yeah, so what we're going to start with is...
There's only one place really we can start, isn't there, Sam?
Go on then.
Today, a young Brazilian man named Neymar has just signed for PSG for €220 million. In our money, that is £198 million. What do you think to that, Sam?
Okay.
That is a shitload of cash, isn't it?
Yeah, it puts Huddersfield transfers news into perspective, really.
I mean, I heard that if PSG weren't in for him, Huddersfield were second favourites, so...
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we've splashed the cash on Steve Mooney.
Steve Mooney's from where?
Montpellier.
Oh, about
Big
him?
striker, 6'3", 22-year-old.
Could be a threat this season,
looks
then.
the business, yeah. Could shock a few defences, I think, this season.
Yeah.
Big lad, just what we need, really.
And how much did he go for again?
I think it's about 11.5 million.
Is that your
possibly
record
to 13,
transfer?
yeah, record transfer signing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we broke record transfer signing 3 or 4 times probably this season. Within space of a week, we broke it quite a few times.
So only then 187 million behind
Yeah,
PSG.
yeah.
There's a bit of a breakdown for anyone that's interested here in his annual earnings. So from this deal, I think it's totaled at being 500 million, you know?
Really?
Yeah, you know the deal in total, because that includes 198 million that he went for and what he'll earn every year in his contract.
Right.
That adds up to 500 million. The breakdown is, Sam, are you ready for this?
Go on.
26.8 million a year.
Wages, yeah.
Yeah, wages. That equates to...
Calculators out.
Let me get it up. 515,000 a week.
Yeah.
73,571 a day.
Yeah.
3,065 an hour.
Yeah.
51 quid a minute.
Right.
And 92 pence a second.
Blimey.
So in the time that I've said that, he's probably earned about 40 quid.
More than you've earned today.
There was a good tweet that I seen earlier actually that said, if Neymar were to drop a 20 quid note, by the time he picked it back up, it'd been no use to him because they don't have pounds in France, it's euros.
Unbelievable.
So, what can I say? Do you know how there's always that analogy of like how many Freddos it can buy
Yeah.
in this kind of transfer? I've been able enough to work it out, Sam. It's 134 million Freddos, if you're interested.
For 200 million?
198 million.
Right.
It's
How many?
134. No, that doesn't actually add up, does it?
No.
That is is 515,000 that he's earning a week.
Right.
You can buy 134 million Freddos.
Right. I don't think he'll be eating them though.
Probably not, no. He'd probably go for croissants. You know how many croissants he can earn? how many he can buy? 38,285,714.3
per week.
in a year.
In a
Right,
year.
That's gone
In a
back to
year.
a year, yeah. I've done some serious number crunching for this, Sam, as you can tell. Another fun fact is that PSG shirts, which undoubtedly are probably going to sell by the shitload now, as he's just signed. I think
What numbers are going to be?
Number 10.
10.
So proper marquee signing.
Is it moving somebody else out of the way of that 10 spot?
I think it might have been Ibrahimovic's number, you know. Before
All right, yeah.
I'm not sure if they've replaced him.
Boys. What's he doing anyway, Ibrahimovic?
I think he might come back to us, you know.
He's like a free agent at the minute.
Currently,
we
he's
might
still
snap
injured.
him up. We could do him maybe.
I don't know, that's a bit ambitious, you know.
Wages but yeah. Yeah, we've got Steve Mooney, Lauren Depotre anyway.
Where's he from?
Porto.
Is it that Belgian dude?
Yeah, Belgian dude. Didn't play much last year for Porto, apparently.
I'm sure
28-year-old. I think he's been labelled with his image. He looks like a bit of a bricklayer, they're saying. So
that's an unwanted nickname, isn't it?
You don't want that, no. But yeah, he didn't play much for Porto last season. 3.5 million. So if it doesn't go right, we've not
Bit
lost
of a bargain,
much.
really, if it
Bit
works.
Of a bargain, yeah.
I have seen an highlight of him scoring an header from 2 yards out against Macedonia for Belgium national team.
Yeah.
So
Played one, scored one.
he could set the world on fire.
Who else
that
played
lad.
one, scored one once for England?
Go on.
What, like Fox in box, like Franny Jeffers or something like that.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that is a
What
blast from
happened to
past,
him?
isn't it? What did happen to Franny Jeffers? Did he go to Accrington
We'll
for a
find
bit?
out.
We'll find out. Yeah,
He did go to Accrington, I think, for at some point. Yeah.
That's a bit of
He was at
useless
Arsenal,
knowledge.
weren't he?
Yeah.
Remember,
And
never
then
got in.
did he start at Everton? No,
yeah.
Arsenal then Everton.
No, it could have been the other way around.
Or it?
I think he got a biggish move to Arsenal.
Right.
Could have been from Everton, but we might find out. We might not.
Who
Who knows?
That could be for next week's show.
Who knows? Franny Jeffers. We could do that segment of podcast. Franny Jeffers.
Yeah, what's he doing
He
now?
dropped the ball, didn't he?
He did drop the ball big time. Yeah, I don't think he's ever picked it up since, really, has he?
Right.
Bloody
So
hell. Right then.
main transfers. Neymar today. It's gone. When we say today, this is
Today's
recorded
Friday,
the 4th of
4th
August.
of August, yeah, first one.
So that's the big one in the world of football.
Mhm.
The biggest in the world of football. Is that will be biggest transfer?
Biggest
ever?
by more than double.
No,
I think it's
Bale
exactly
before
double.
that.
No, Pogba won it for 110 million.
Pogba.
So
110 Pogba. I thought it was 90.
let me think. No, it's
Well,
gotta
Pogba most. Pogba above Bale,
be-
weren't it?
yeah, Pogba brought transfer record, didn't he? Yeah, and Bale were like 100 on his own, wasn't he?
So well, Pogba more than that.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
Pogba
so.
was 90.
Well, let's have a look. Well, let's see if we can get it up for you.
Yeah.
So Pogba being, I think, currently the world's most expensive footballer. Bale was that before, and then before that it was Ronaldo. Ronaldo went for 80 million in the summer of 2009, I think, if you can cast your minds back.
Who was that?
Ronaldo, when he went for 80 million.
Yeah.
And that at the time, I mean,
It
this
was
is...
105 million euros, Pogba.
Right.
That was 89.3 million pounds. That's
Mhm.
what I thought, to a 90 million.
Right, so Bale were 100 million
Surpassing the
euros.
former record holder Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
They don't say how much.
That were 100 million euros, wasn't it, Bale?
Must have been.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it must have been. Yeah. Which would have been probably 85-ish.
Yeah.
80, 85.
Yeah, at the time it would have been, won't it? Yeah.
So
Thinking about like the seismic effect then that's had on the world of football. So that every kind of transfer record that's been broke, it's kind of been a gradual thing, hasn't it, up to then?
Yeah.
So I think before Ronaldo, it were only about 60 million, and it's kind of gone up in about 20 million increments.
Right.
So we've got to Pogba, which has been like 108 million euros, 105 million euros.
Yeah.
And then PSG have just kind of stepped in and said, sack all this. We could pay 120 million for someone, but we're gonna buy this Brazilian guy that could be
Do you
best
think
in
he's
world.
best player at Barca?
No, and
I
I
don't
think
think
one of
he
the main reasons why he's moved, he says that he don't think he can win the Ballon d'Or being in Messi's shadow.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to step out of it in order to win something like that.
Yeah.
But I think while Messi's alive, he's not going to be as good as him anyway.
No, it needs an injury or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, or
Yeah,
a massive drop in form, and I can't see him having one
Or
because
get put in jail for some
tax evasion or
fraud
something. Yeah,
yeah.
that might happen, won't it? Actually, no, I can't see that happening.
No, I don't think he's better. I wouldn't have said he was better than Suarez.
Suarez is a bit good, isn't
A bit good, yeah. Bit good.
he? He's a good player, isn't he?
So
thinking about that Liverpool-Barcelona connection then,
Mhm.
heavily linked that Coutinho is going to go to
Barca.
Barcelona, and
Yeah.
replace Neymar, the man himself. So keeping with like a left winger who's Brazilian, he's the main man that they want, I think.
Coutinho, best player at Liverpool.
By far, I
Really?
would say. I think they'd be up shit creek if they lose him.
Yeah, I think he's a bit good into. Yeah, Firmino's good, but yeah, I think they missed Coutinho when he went out last season, didn't they?
I think probably second best player at Liverpool. Just been announced today, Adam Lallana's out for 2 months now.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Lallana.
8 weeks with a calf injury, I think.
Oh no.
Something like that. So.
They need to sign defenders anyway, don't they? Klopp needs to speak to his mate Wagner about strengthening back five, doesn't he? Although Danny Ward is like up for number one shirt at
could be
Liverpool
number one
on loan at us
keeper.
last year. Bit disappointed we didn't get him back, but we've signed Jonas Losal on loan from Mainz for the season.
The next Kasper Schmeichel, I've heard.
Could be, could not be. There's like really mixed reports about
Right.
him. You know, from his season. It was his first season in Bundesliga last year,
Right.
and some reports were like he dodgiest keeper in league.
Better or worse
Other
than
ones.
Massimo Taibbi, do you think?
A bit better than him, probably.
He cost a lot of money him as well.
Yeah, this is like a loan.
Right.
With an option to buy end of year.
They're always good, them, aren't they? Especially
Yeah.
for clubs like Huddersfield. Because
Yeah.
it's like a try before you buy kind of thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It looks, he's Danish. Looks a bit of a character, to be honest with you. I've had
They
a
all
few
do,
interviews.
Huddersfield players, though, don't
An
they?
interview with him, yeah. It seems they did like a live Facebook chat with him yesterday, and yeah, seems a bit of a cool customer, but a bit of a. He got asked about like, his favourite footballer when he was young, and he just went, I didn't really like football when I was younger. I didn't follow it. So I like to play it, but I said I didn't follow it. So
That's
a bit like me with golf now, do you know what I mean?
Probably, yeah. But thinking,
But I don't like to play golf, so I'll follow it.
Thinking being Danish though, he's got like Peter Schmeichel in his own
Yeah,
country.
he said
hasn't he?
Schmeichel, like obviously the one
Yeah.
because he's seen him in Premier League and that.
I think there's a certain criteria that you've got to meet to be an Huddersfield Town player these days, though. It's almost like you need to have some crazy uncle that sold Avon at some point. Because they're all like you said, characters, aren't they?
Yeah. That Zanka, like Matthias Jorgensen, again Danish centre back from Copenhagen. Undisclosed fee. I think he might be somewhere around 5 million. But yeah, he's a real character by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and a good footballer that looks, because for all you FIFA lovers out there, we'll all know that he's got a Team of the Season card. So,
Really?
Yeah, he got upgraded to about 87.
Really?
So they're kind of out of 100, so yeah, meant to be a bit of a big deal, so he could have scooped one there.
Yeah, his nickname's Zanka's off Cool Runnings.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Is that on the back of his shirt as well?
Yeah, Zanka 25.
Oh, God. So that's like Rooney having Shrek on the back of his shirt, isn't it? Imagine that. They always do though, don't they?
Shrek 10.
Yeah, Shrek 10, isn't
Or
it?
Shrek 1.
And then Sports Pesa on front. Everton's new sponsor. This is not an endorsement, by the way, for Sports Pesa.
What's Sports Pesa?
I think it's a bookmakers, you know.
Is that Everton's sponsor?
Yeah, that's on front of the shirt, yeah, for the new ones. I only noticed that today, actually.
Ours is a bit disappointing, our new sponsor.
It's
Hope.
Yeah. A lot of comments.
Like, no hope.
Yeah. That's why it's going to be this season, isn't it?
Hope,
You think
with no H, though.
It's your one chance in Premier League, though, and you set yourselves up by probably
I don't know
producing
what it is.
the worst home kit you've had for about 10 years.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's a bit jaded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not my favourite.
And your sponsor on front of the shirt is Hope, that
Yeah.
just sets itself up for ridicule, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've still got 3 stars above badge, though. I like that.
That's from what, 19, 18, 19 and 20?
You're not far off. No, I think it's 1924, 25, 26. First ever team to win the top division 3 times on trot.
That is the treble
Shankly,
line.
what manager?
Oh, really? Bill Shankly's dad?
Bill Shankly. I'm going to embarrass myself here.
You are Bill Shankly, was Liverpool manager in like 70s, wasn't he?
Yeah, but Shankly. What Shankly? Because he went to Liverpool from us.
As you can tell, this is
Or
very...
Arsenal. I can't remember. I've messed this up big
As
time,
you can
haven't
tell, we're very relaxed because like we're doing a football cast at the minute where we're struggling on the really basic and important facts on
I?
football.
But that's
so
like 90 years ago.
that was a
I'm
bit
not
before my
supposed to
time.
know.
That
I'm not supposed to know. Herbert Chapman.
Herbert Chapman. Bloody hell, that's a blast from past, isn't it?
Herbert Chapman. Yeah, that's the one. So there's a statue of him outside Arsenal.
Them were days when managers wore top hats, weren't they?
Look like that.
They all look same,
Look
don't
like
they?
you're just going to a wedding.
Do you know what I think? Pre like 1930, every man looked the same.
Yeah.
They look like Churchill.
Yeah. I think it could have been years that he won League with Huddersfield. Well, he left Huddersfield in 1925. Whatever, let's get off that anyway.
What a sad year that were, eh?
What a sad year.
Weren't that around the time of the Great Depression? That might have been what started it all off, you know?
Yeah.
They just got to New York stock broke because they went, oh my god, Herbert Chapman just left Huddersfield. And they went, oh no.
I know.
That's it, he's gone, lads.
Herbert Chapman.
Quick, let's withdraw all our stocks.
Yeah. Herbert Chapman. Well done, Herbert, anyway. Most successful manager in Huddersfield history.
Yeah.
Come on, Wagner.
He's got a lot to live up to.
He has, but his best manager...
Since Simon Grayson, what'd you say?
Simon Grayson. No.
Simon Grayson
Mick
got you
Wadsworth
up,
at worst.
though. Really?
Yeah.
How long did
it
he
just
have?
sounds bad, doesn't it, Mick Wadsworth? Took us down into...
Not even Wordsworth, it's Wadsworth.
Wadsworth.
Oh no.
Wadsworth. I might have messed that up, but it's not. It's Wadsworth.
Is it?
I can remember it was that bad.
yeah.
I think he took us into what is now League 2, what was then Division 3.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Then Peter Jackson got us straight back up via penalty shootout at Cardiff.
Did he do King Kong
2004.
before or after that, Peter Jackson?
Peter Jackson, that was his second spell as Huddersfield manager.
That might have been after King Kong then.
Does it like in between movies and that, do you know what I mean? He did The Hobbit as well, didn't he, I think? Directed The Hobbit.
Did he
Peter
really?
Jackson.
That's
And Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
All
I didn't
that
know that.
Lord of the Rings then Hobbit, I think it weren't it? I've never seen any of them, but
Yeah, Hobbit were...
I just know it like because Peter Jackson was his manager.
Yeah. Hey, I bet some coin out of that. I bet he had more money making films than he did managing Huddersfield Town.
Probably.
Well, if they're in Division 3.
Dean Isle weren't chairman then. So
Back in old days.
come splash
He's a
cash
wily
in.
old fox though, isn't he? Because if you look at how he's spending money at minute, I mean, who else have you signed?
Well, so we signed. Don't want to go through them.
Yeah, go on then. We've got plenty
We'll go
of
through
time,
Man
haven't we?
U's in a minute.
Yeah.
Alright.
We've only had
I know
three
I
people.
can see you with papers twitching there with Man U signings on. How many have you signed anyway?
3.
3?
Yeah, we've hardly done any business at
No
all.
compared to us.
And we spent
How much
absolutely.
you spent though?
Oh,
Lukaku, mate.
we could buy your stadium, I think, with our striker alone.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. First one, we've touched on him a bit from Porto, Lauren Depotre, about 3.5 mil.
Yeah,
Biggest
like we
one,
said.
yeah, biggest one really that I wanted, and I think Wagner would have wanted this one.
Yeah.
Number 1 on his list, Aaron Moy from Man City.
He's the main man, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's in my dream team this year, so he best produce.
See, yes, one of my mates has just texted me and says he's put Mooney in, he's put Moy in. I said I don't put Moy in.
No.
Because he does all.
He's not a point scorer, is he?
No, he's like the guy that'll kind of not assist too much, but he'll be
a secondary assister.
Kind of a little bit, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He pops it out to wing.
Yeah.
And then you
yeah,
wing man.
To Smith.
Rajiv Van La Parra whips one in, doesn't he?
Smith whips one in, or Kashunga or something like that. But yeah, £8 million rising to 10. Bargain, mate.
Yeah.
I'd have paid 18, 20 mil for
If he has a good season, that's what you're looking to sell him for, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what you're down.
Shit. Well, I think that rising to 10 will be if we stop in Prem.
Yeah.
So,
We'll be on it.
But no, pleased with that. Touched on this one as well. Goalkeeper Jonas Lossal on loan from Mainz for season with a option to buy. Fourth one in was Tom Ince from Derby, which I weren't sure about at first, just because his attitude really.
He's kind of been hit and miss everywhere he's gone.
Ability-wise, I think he's good enough. Just not quite proved it in Prem. Did he play for Blackpool?
That season he had in Blackpool. It's funny you should say that. I thought it was terrific that season, but
Were
it
you
was very young
Premier
and
League?
very raw. Yeah.
Yeah, well, weren't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I can remember we had a very good game with him. It was like 4-3 to us.
Yeah, on loan from Liverpool then, weren't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. And I thought he did really well that season, but then kind of got a bit of second season syndrome. Went to Derby. Every time I watched him at Derby, I thought he was very underwhelming. But
Didn't he go like he worked Palace at one point?
Yeah, went
and
to
at Hull
Palace.
at one point.
Yeah,
Hull was his
Hull.
last one before Derby.
he's kind of gone to clubs that are in between Championship and Premier League, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
not as like.
He hasn't found his footing yet, really, has
No, but I think definitely suits our style of play.
he? Yeah, because is he an out-and-out winger, would you say?
Winger, yeah, could play number 10, I think, as well.
I think a lot of
Got a
wingers
goal in
these
him.
days.
Got a goal in him. I read some stat. I know your stats man like with all these croissants and stuff like that, and Freddos. But I saw one when we signed him that for the last few seasons, he'd got the most goals in all at top 4 football leagues as a midfielder.
Yeah.
I think he got about 11 last year for Derby.
That's
12.
pretty good, isn't it?
So he's got 4. He got 4 in first 5 pre-season games for us, which are happy at. Undisclosed fee that one, 7 to 10 million though I think.
Yeah,
we're
that's
reckoning.
about right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, again good enough. Next one down, Casey Palmer on loan from Chelsea, who we had last season. Got injured towards back end. We had him and Izzy Brown. I liked Brown a bit better, I think, but I think Palmer could be very good actually.
I was just going to ask you that. If you could have took Izzy Brown over Case Palmer, would you, and why?
I think I'd have took Brown, but Wagner likes Palmer a lot. And I like Palmer a lot, but Brown just had a bit more end product, I think. But Palmer can definitely get that.
He was injured
He's
for
only
quite
20,
a while, though, wasn't he?
20. Yeah.
Were it a big injury?
Then he came back.
I know he came back at a bad time. Because he missed playoff final, didn't he?
Yeah, I can't remember who he got injured against, but could have been Leeds, actually. A few months before it finished the season.
Probably one dirty Leeds.
Just wash his hands after. Wash his mouth out, mate.
We'd like to say no offence to Leeds fans, but this is a dark corner that you're not welcome to. So.
Yeah, but Palmer, only 20-year-old, very highly rated. I think before he came back on loan to us, it sounded like a 4-year deal at Chelsea. So,
right.
I mean, he might not ever play for Chelsea, but they just tie him down and then sell him, don't they?
Yeah, like 60 others that they've got on loan at minute.
Yeah, well, Brown's gone on loan to Brighton for season,
rivals.
Yeah, rivals.
Bit of a funny one, isn't it?
Strike rivals, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'd have had to buy Brown if we wanted him back as well, because he can't loan 2 players from same Premier League club. Shall I keep going?
How many more we got?
We've got 4 more.
Oh, go for it.
4 more. Danny Williams.
I like this one. I think this is a good signing.
Freebie.
That is fantastic, isn't it?
Freebie from Reading.
I watched him in playoff final, and he was a main player.
I thought he was best player.
Apart from Moy, who I thought were good. But like I say, every time I watch Huddersfield, Moy's the man, isn't he? So.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. Steve Mooney, touched on him already from Montpellier. I think very good signing.
Very
that.
tall, isn't he?
Very tall, 22-year-old.
22.
Again, does a cracking interview.
They all do though, don't
He
they?
loves the city of
He
Huddersfield
does
Town.
love the city of Huddersfield. If anyone does get a chance to go and watch the first Steve Mooney interview when he does sign for Huddersfield Town, it must be 16 times in space of a minute.
That was what second interview
Right.
that you saw. Yeah.
Right.
His first interview was good because he said like Huddersfield's a big club.
Yeah.
Because they were saying like, what's it like signing for Huddersfield and you're going to be playing against all these big clubs? And he says, I don't care, Huddersfield's a big club.
Right, not the smartest young man.
So I reckon they'll bag a few this year though.
And
Our top goal scorer, I think, definitely.
It did come on my career mode on FIFA the other day as well that he was sold to Southampton for 20 million. So
Really?
keep your fingers crossed you make a bit of profit on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Next one is Maloney from Fulham.
Yeah, you were their main left back last season, weren't
left
you?
back. Yeah. Got in Championship team at year. Left back.
Good signing again then.
Again undisclosed, but I think
probably only really know, don't we, when it comes round from playing. Has he looked good in pre-season? This guy hasn't played much. It's been a recent signing, hasn't it?
Not really. They're all the same kind of time days before pre-season started.
Right.
So Lerver's going to be main left back.
Right.
I think still, but he's going to push Lerver a lot closer than what Tariq Holmes-Dennis did, and Tariq Holmes-Dennis has gone on loan to Portsmouth for the season.
Yeah, I've seen that. So I saw that the other day. Yeah.
So he's one out. Quite happy with that. I think I scoring defender championship last year.
For a left back as well.
Yeah,
that's good, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's a bit of a bomber forward.
Bomber, big time. Yeah.
Yeah, gets up there.
Yeah. He gets in box.
Yeah.
But let's get back and all.
He best try.
Last one, Jorgensen, aka Zanka.
Yeah.
Mentioned him.
What
as
a
well,
Zanka.
a little bit. Mentioned him a little bit. I think he's going to start him and Schindler at back.
Yeah.
Push F out a little bit, but
that's a shame, innit? Because I like F.
Yeah, he could still do a job. I mean, started last season it was Schindler and Hudson started. Then F.
Talk to me about Mark Hudson.
He's alright, Mark Huddy.
Is he coaching this year?
He's
gone
done
up
some coaching. He scored a great goal in training the other day though.
Did he really?
Austria. Yeah, proper goal. Yeah. I'll show you it soon.
If you can find it on YouTube, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere on YouTube. Or Mark Hudson's Instagram.
Right. Is it?
Go on that, or Huddersfield's Instagram.
Yeah.
Go on that.
I think they're pushing 10,000 followers now. Huddersfield,
Yeah,
surely.
You might not be far off there, actually.
Yeah.
That's all we've done. Other one that possibly is on the horizon is Andy Idem from Barnsley. Right back to cover for Tommy Smith. We've had a right back on trial from Rennes, Dimitri Cavare, something like that. But I think he could have possibly been sent home from the Austria trip they've just been on. Not for any.
He's a bit of a bad lad.
But
has had a few cans of Kestrel.
He played in first game, but I don't think he's featured in game against Torino today.
Right.
So it don't look like he's going to get a deal as such.
Yeah.
I saw him against Barnsley and it looked okay, but then I've heard when we played Udinese, it didn't look great at all.
Well, if that's the case, it's probably for the best then, Sam.
Possibly.
You don't want no sub-right backs messing equilibrium at team up, do you?
Not whatsoever. No, not at all. Do you want to do some of yours?
Yeah, go on.
I've got some outs and potential outs at Huddersfield, but we can flake over them later.
Yeah.
I know you'd like dying.
Well, I've only got 3 to talk about, so I think it's more quality instead of quantity on our end, you know.
All right, mate,
Which I suppose it kind of has to be because, you know.
Yeah, you're Man United.
Yeah, and you are Huddersfield Town.
When did you finish last season in Prem?
It was 6th. Yeah, we had a good. We won 2 trophies though.
Yeah, you got Champions League because.
Yeah, because we smoked the Giants Ajax in final. That just decided it didn't turn up. Bit of a weird game, that. A bit of a walkover, really.
Yeah, I was shocked at that.
Very. I thought it'd be a tricky game. I was kind of building it up, telling everyone that we might struggle against them.
Yeah, really young team, and they just smashed their way to the final.
Pretty much, yeah. They did. Yeah. Although saying that, they'd have a good young lad who played at centre back called Davison Sanchez. If you do get a chance to check out a highlight reel, make sure you go and watch him because I think he's very promising and a good one for the future.
Right.
So, but apart from that, they didn't have much at all.
Yeah, no, I can remember. Like, I think it went 2-0 up. I just turned it off.
That were it. Yeah, straight away. Didn't look like conceding. Mourinho football. Once we get 2-0 up, we don't really lose.
Yeah.
So it's just getting to 2-0 up that we struggle with.
Yeah.
Although
0-0 United.
Although we've signed Romelu Lukaku.
Who?
Arguably the best centre forward in Premier League.
Yeah. I think sometimes it don't look very good, but then you just look at record. And
That's
it's
it.
just
You got to look at the
whatever.
goals, haven't you? For his
For his
age,
was he 24?
something like that. He's scored the most goals for his age in Premier League.
Yeah.
So no one at his age has scored more. He's on track to beat Shearer's record if he continues at the same rate. If he stays with United and don't get poached to Madrid like everyone else seems to do.
Yeah.
I think all in all that could have been the best option. I mean, we were in for Morata. That were a bit of a saga.
Like Mourinho
sold him at Chelsea.
Chelsea.
That's a bit of a crazy one, isn't it?
Didn't he miss a penalty in what's that cup before season starts? Charity Shield.
Yeah.
And then he was on his bike after that, weren't he? When he was at Chelsea. Yeah.
Well, let's hope we don't take penalties this season, or else that's a bit of a money waster, isn't it? Can you remember, this is a bit of a side note, can you remember that pre-season game when Mario Balotelli tried that crazy back heel spinning goal thing and missed target?
No.
Can't you remember that?
No.
So I think they were playing LA Galaxy in America and Mancini was manager.
What's Mancini doing now? Because he's a bit of a lad, isn't he?
He was Milan last I checked, but he got sacked, I think, because they weren't doing too well.
Yeah.
Balotelli's 1-on-1, through on goal, just the keeper to beat, and he decides to do a spinning, it was like a back heel, but side of his foot, and it was that elaborate that everyone kind of stood still, including keeper, and it would have been one of the best / most arrogant goals I've ever seen in my life if he didn't decide to miss the target. So it dribbled wide by about 3 foot, and then Mancini instantly pulled him off. So his missed goal, everyone's kind of gone, what the fuck has just happened? And Mancini went, no, you're coming off. And then that was it.
Pulled him off, I was laughing at it. It was like a father figure to him though, weren't it?
Pretty well, yeah. He's looking after though, doesn't he?
Yeah. What's he doing now?
Right, funny you should say that. He's at Nice, best season of his life.
Really?
I think he scored around about 20 goals last season.
Right.
He was like, just every game either scoring 1 or 2. I mean, he were main man for them. They had a good eye finish in league, and I think he were much to do because of it. So
yeah,
that's Balotelli. Yeah. But I mean, you've seen flashes when he went Premier League.
I know, good, weren't it?
Yeah,
City.
that's it. But it's just in flashes.
Liverpool, that was a bad signing at Liverpool.
I know. That might have to be a segment. Some of our favourite Mario Balotelli stories.
Yeah, could be.
That for this week is the Mario Balotelli story. We're gonna have one of them every week.
Dropping the ball.
That's it. Dropping the.
I was gonna say another one, but we'll save it.
Go on, no, let's have one each.
All I can remember about Mario Balotelli is his bib thing.
Oh, bib game.
That
were a Europa League game,
I
know.
Warming up.
Wouldn't be so bad if the logo, so some bibs you can get with no logo, no big one, and they've just got a tag.
Yeah, that you can get.
You can understand that,
but he couldn't even get it on.
He couldn't even get it on.
Like putting his head through its sleeve. And
I like how he looked at other players as if to sympathise, saying,
coaches had to come over and
saying, God, how hard is this bib to put on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
There was that firework one as well in toilet, weren't there? Night before, where Man City Derby.
Yeah, Derby. Yeah, when they beat a 6-1. Anyways, moving on.
Did he score a few that game?
Yeah, he scored one. He lifted up his shirt and he said, why always me? Anyway, so let's talk about Huddersfield potential signings or potential outs.
Potential outs. There's outs. I've mentioned Tariq Owens-Dennis, Portsmouth loan. Jack Payne, gone on loan to Oxford.
Jack Payne.
We got him off Southend last year. Featured quite a lot.
He did play quite a few times, didn't he?
Yeah. Looked a bit lightweight sometimes. Good number 10 player. Scored against Newcastle away. The winner, 2-1.
Big game.
I can
remember watching that on Sports.
Really good finish.
Chris Kamara went crazy.
Yeah, love a bit of Kamara, a bit of Cammy.
He always gets put up at Newcastle, Cammy, doesn't he?
Yeah, but like them two that we've let go on loan, possibly could come back and feed on really young lads. So Jordi Hawula, he's gone on loan to Fleetwood for season. He'll not ever play for Huddersfield again. We got him off Man City a few years ago. Yeah, Chris Powell, legendary signing.
Yeah.
There's one I've just thought of as well that I've not got wrote down. Jason Davidson.
Right. Is he the Australian left back? Yeah.
Terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
That good?
Went on loan last year to somewhere in Greece.
Right.
But I think he's not been given a shirt number, and I think they're just trying to sell him, but nobody wants to buy him.
If you are listening, Jason, we do value you as a person, just not as a footballer.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice bloke, but Chris Powell dropped the ball moment.
Yeah, had a couple, didn't he?
We got him off West Brom. West Brom had him for a season.
Right.
So, a bit of an odd one.
Saying
really.
that, West Brom's marquee signing was Nasser Chadley. So
Good player though.
don't do it. Don't
Did
do
well
this.
last season.
It's Nasser Chadley though. I just can't see it. I can't see
I
where
know.
everyone's coming from with this.
Steady. West Brom. If he
Yeah.
signed for Huddersfield,
Would you really though?
I don't know actually. No.
I won't be
Got
ecstatic
some-
with Nasser
no.
Chadley. Matty Phillips is the man at West Brom.
Matty Phillips. Where's he play?
Scottish right winger. He absolutely ripped it up last season, mate. He was fantastic. You need to make sure that you get Chris Lerver. He needs to be watching out for Matty Phillips next
Lerver
season.
will just like chop him.
He won't. He needs to think about scoring penalties. No mind giving him away.
Love a bit of Lerver. I think. Do you know? I'm gonna get Schindler back at my home top.
Okay.
I'm gonna get one at away shirts. I think Lerver's gonna be the man. You know.
Really? Is this kept number 3 shirt? Is it number
No,
3?
no, number 15.
15.
Yeah.
Good number for
Yeah.
left back, man.
Yeah. Jason Davis. He couldn't take Jason Davis and number 3 off him.
That's
No, I don't know what with numbers at Huddersfield. They just seem to just. They've all kept the same numbers from last season. Then new lads have got.
Yeah, like really
So
high
like when we
numbers,
signed
don't
Tom Ince, I thought Tom Ince might be. It's got to be number 11.
they? Yeah.
Take Harry Bunn's number 11 off
Yeah.
him now. 22.
That's
Harry
mad,
Bunn's
isn't
still
it?
11.
That might be because he's twice as good as Harry Bunn, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. On Harry Bunn, potential out.
Mhm.
Ipswich Town, 600 grand, I think they're reckoning.
Right.
So probably a good move for him, really.
I'd
Good
say
championship, steady championship player, Bunn. Can do a
Yeah.
job. Definitely do a job in championship.
So. Yeah.
Joe Lolly could be going. I don't know if it's on loan or permanent signing, but it's been played today, pre-season friendly. Another one could probably do a job for Town maybe in future, but not sure. He's been at Huddersfield a while, but
Didn't you sign Joel
Few
Lolly from
injuries.
some like really low league
Kidderminster,
club?
yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
a little team. Yeah.
yeah, well, like a highly touted player really. Naki Wells is biggest one probably.
That is a big one, that isn't it?
Yeah.
Former record signing.
Former record signing 1.3 mil from Bradford.
Before you won all that cash and got too big for your boots.
Before signed Chris Schindler, 1.8 million
Oh my
record
sweet
signing.
Jesus, yeah.
Poor Chris Schindler been overtaken big style,
I
even
know.
though he's still one of the most valuable players in the team. Easy.
He's not on your list, is he?
It's on back of my shirt.
We
mate.
apologise for that profusely. That was just
He's
terrible.
on back of my shirt.
Good save.
Yeah, Naki Wells could be going. That's probably the biggest out that could happen. But might need ankle surgery, so he might
that
not
could
go.
postpone it for a bit, couldn't
Might not
it?
go. Might go in January,
Mm-hmm.
or he's on last year of his contract, so they might just let it run.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just can't see him playing it. Not at all, but it's going to struggle.
Mm.
Going to struggle. Yeah, that's about it on my front. You and it. Fellaini.
Fellaini
Wanted him to
were
go?
rumoured to be going to Galatasaray, right?
Yeah.
And then he scored the same day in a pre-season game. Just as I thought we were going to get rid of Marwan, devil-head Fellaini, the most, in my eyes,
Can you remember years ago when I said to you that we've got like a Fellaini?
yeah.
Phil Billing.
Yeah, Philip Billing. I would honestly do
You'd
a straight
swap
swap.
him?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Because the difference between Philip Billing and Marwan Fellaini, albeit Philip Billing might not have the best chest control in the world, which Fellaini has, it's
Yeah.
undoubted.
He's got bruising elbows.
Yeah, he's got bruising elbows, best chest
He's
control in the
alright
world.
from elbows up.
The problem that Fellaini has is that, pretty much it's gravity. So that once he's made his amazing chest control, the ball unfortunately falls to his feet.
Yeah.
And then from there, it turns into a bit of an headless chicken. And honestly, since Jemba, the worst on ball. The worst.
So you look at Phil Billing, how tall's Fellaini?
6'5", I
Yeah,
think, something like
I
that.
think Billing's
yeah.
exactly the same, 6'5".
Yeah.
Touch of gold, mate.
Mm.
Touch
I
of
witnessed
gold.
it. I watched-
Strike a ball.
Yeah, Man City replay. They pulled him. You know when Danny Murphy does his half-time
Yeah,
analysis?
the game man at match, he didn't even play full
I
match.
know. They pulled Phil Billing up. Said, "Look
Yeah.
at this kid. Watch out for him."
Yeah.
Don't think he played a game after that, did he?
It will struggle to start, I think, because it's either like Billing or Moy, I think, from a similar kind of player.
Yeah, that's mad,
He could
that,
play
innit?
Billing further up.
Yeah. Would it be as
Again,
effective further up?
I think so, yeah, because it's when he was playing in under 21s and stuff, or under 23s or whatever it
He
is.
played at attacking midfield.
Play just like number 10 a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And he used to score a lot because he's got a wicked shot on him, like,
Has he?
so outside box just pings him, yeah.
That's a 2006 word, isn't it? Wicked.
Yeah, I didn't really try and pull it off like that. But
Always depends what context you use it in them kind of words, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think Wicked got replaced with sick, you know.
So yeah, they're horrible, them, aren't
Bit in it, yeah. Sick. Speaking of sick, oi.
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 What?
Romelu Lukaku is sick.
Yeah.
Do you think he's better than Harry Kane?
That's
the question, innit? Always gets me thinking, that one.
I tell you, who we're going to have on this podcast if it gets going, Tom Herbert,
Yeah.
our mate who's like a big Arsenal fan and a Barnsley fan.
Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV.
He can't stand Harry Kane. I
Could
know
he
he
play
doesn't
for
like
Tottenham?
Tottenham,
Yeah.
but he says they'll never win league if Kane's playing up front for him.
Tom, if
he
you're
shoots
listening,
too much.
Tom, if you're listening, that is outrageous.
Shoots too much. Well, he watches Arsenal who never shoot.
That's
Don't
it,
shoot
innit?
enough.
We'll
We'll get him on to explain himself anyway.
Did you ever watch that on IT Crowd when they said
I watched that.
problem with Arsenal is they always try and walk the ball into the back of the net. Every time you hear someone talk about Arsenal, that's always what they're saying. Isn't it?
Oh, Arsenal fans TV. I watched it the other day. Do they have Emirates Cup?
Yeah,
Something
they do.
That. But they play like 2 games in 2 days on trot.
I think we need to address this about the Emirates Cup because this was absolute scandal. Did you see what happened?
I don't know about. I just watched Arsenal like the.
Go on, what happened on Arsenal Fan TV?
One at games, they won about 5-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that DT character.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah,
we're gonna win the league.
No, not win the league, but he said that we'll do alright. Day after, they lost.
Yes.
DT character.
Yeah.
Like, just weren't bothered at all about. It's apparently, obviously, they played a bit of a different team. You can't play 2 days on trots, 90 minutes or whatever. So he was saying they plays out of position and stuff like that. It was just fair point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get how he didn't see the context of that.
Yeah. Some people just struggle though, don't they?
Yeah, you like there's at least 3 days between games in Premier League.
Yeah.
Not game after game.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand like.
I know.
But that's what you're dealing with, innit?
That's it, innit?
That's why he makes good YouTube.
That's it, innit?
So
Just gold, innit?
A blithering idiot.
Yeah. kind of people that think GCSEs are ASBOs are qualifications. That's what it's all about.
I do
innit?
like watching that Arsenal fans TV though. That Kelechi's my favourite.
Which one's he?
That like Nigerian dude.
Oh, right.
Wears all glam and that night.
I think I've seen
I think he
him.
lives in Leeds actually, but travels to games.
God, isn't that terrible?
Living in
A fan that don't like living in the
alright, Jack.
team that they support.
Donny Rovers man here.
Hey, my first ever game with Donny Rovers, you know. Dagenham and
Should have been
Redbridge.
when you live in Donny.
My favourite player for 1 week was Andy Watson. He scored an hat-trick against Dagenham and Redbridge. Got man at match. Jamie Patterson got about 5 assists. We won 5-1. And that were it. That ever since then, it's culminated into this point right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the foundation
To
of
be
everything.
fair, like I've gone the other way because I can remember as a kid I supported Man U,
Glory sport, mate.
and then from about 7-year-old I supported Huddersfield.
Mm.
First live game I went to Huddersfield. I can't remember who it was quite against. I think it could have been Reading.
Did Andy Booth play?
Not then, no. I think he'd been transferred to Wednesday.
Oh.
I think.
See,
I'm sure,
these are your
actually.
club heroes, you
Yeah,
know.
I know.
Can't be
Still there, Andy Booth, repping it.
Well, sometimes you just got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
What else would he be doing?
I don't know.
Honestly, think what else would I mean,
know.
if you're listening, Andy, we do respect you as a human being and as a footballer. This
Definitely. He came back though. I can remember that big time. Came back, number 23 shirt.
That's a good shirt.
Now worn by Colin Quaner.
Oh, is he going?
No.
He's staying in it.
Cole's turned into a winger now.
Fantastic feet for a big fella.
Yeah.
I like having
Looks slow off mark, then he just like accelerates. Proper quick, yeah.
The Danny Welbeck syndrome.
Yeah.
Danny Welbeck they were always one. He needed 5 yards to get going.
Yeah,
But Jesus Christ, when he got going.
Quaner's like that, yeah. And because he's big, he like shifts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like when you see.
He must be 6'1" or 2", and we bought him in January, 500 grand from. Can't remember who.
Some German club, wasn't it?
German, yeah. Is it what do they call their league below Bundesliga?
Yeah, Bundesliga 2.
1 or 2, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. 500 grand, bit of a bargain. Buy. Bought him because he's big. Like whip some balls and he'll nod a few in and that, but no. Ended up a decent winger. Did well for us in playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, ripped Chef Wednesday's left back, which I think were poodled to bits when he came on.
That were good, wasn't it?
So, anyway.
Bit of a 10 bob head though, were he?
Oh my word, yeah. Well, when we signed him, like, I liked at thingy, well, he scored
Him
like...
just scoring header goals. I can remember you
No,
showing
it
me on
weren't headed the
YouTube.
goals. It was like he scored a crazy own goal.
That's bad, that,
Backheeled
innit?
it into the top bag.
Oh my word.
You don't want that, do you?
You don't at all, do you?
Anyway, who else have you got apart from Lukaku?
No one that scores elaborative own goals, thankfully. We've got a young lad who I think he had most interceptions in Portuguese league, called Victor Lindelof.
Oh yeah.
And a lot
You said he looked terrible.
Well, this is the thing. I've seen him in a couple of pre-season games, and he's been a fault for in 3 goals that I've seen. He's been at fault for 2 and a giveaway penalty for 3rd. So not probably the best starts for Victor. I have got faith though, because he does look a little bit like Nemanja Vidic. So
How old is he?
24, I think. 23, 24. So yeah, I think a partnership with Eric Bailly, who I think has got potential.
He looks good, yeah.
I think he's got potential to be best centre back in the league. Sam, I said this to my mate the other day, and he proper shut me down.
Who did he say what best centre
I
back?
think he said David Luiz, which, to be fair, straight now, look at him last season. He were immense. He didn't.
Alderweireld's best.
Yeah, he's up there, isn't he? To be fair though, Tottenham concede goals.
Yeah, but he's good, isn't he?
He's pretty good. So yeah, we've got him. He's going to hopefully sit alongside Eric Bailly for our new mega defence that's not going to concede any goals. We've got Big Romelu up top, who I think, like you said earlier, albeit he doesn't look spectacular, he just scores goals. He's so effective, you know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of people highlight the fact that he can hold it up, which is something that Ibrahimovic did last season, but we did score a goal in his last pre-season game where we kind of broke on counter-attack, and it was something Ferguson-esque, you know.
Yeah.
But that's something that Ibrahimovic, I don't think, ever offered to us, you know. We could never break it at pace, you know what I mean, because he couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Lukaku was a physical specimen,
Yeah, like
mate.
dropped back a lot, didn't he?
A lot, yeah. Sits in like a number 10 role,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
have to wait half an hour for him to get back into the box, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he got in there, he could do some scorpion kick or some crazy shit, you know what I mean? So that was good.
I thought it was class, really, Ibrahimovic last year.
Well, we're still on about. I mean, Mourinho wants one more signing allegedly, and there's a lot of speculation it could be Ibrahimovic. I think
It's not like a new signing though, is it?
Not really, no. But I think that's because the Ivan Perisic deal, the winger from Inter Milan, I think that's kind of fogged over now. So
Right.
I don't think we're going to get him. Their president came out either this morning or last and said that it's looking very likely that they're going to sell him now. So.
Right.
But I mean, he's a 28-year-old Croatian, and there were a bit of speculation that we kind of swapped Martial for him, and I think that'd be
Really?
a stupid deal. That me.
That would be that.
Have you seen Martial in pre-season?
No.
On fire, mate. He went up against Carvajal, Real Madrid right back, just ripped him apart.
Yeah, he's good though.
Did this little run where he jinked in about 4 people and then put like a sweaty ball across for Mkhitaryan, I think he wanted to tap it in. And it was just mint. And then Mourinho came out after the game and said, I don't understand why he can't do that every game. Which, I mean, to be
You're
fair.
like a striker though, to start.
Yeah, he was a striker when he came, scored against Liverpool.
Left winger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all kind of do though, don't
Yeah,
they?
that's what happened. Yeah.
I think they look for versatility in
Like
young
Colin
forwards, you
Quaner,
know.
innit?
A little bit, yeah. Thing with Colin
Kashunga for us.
Yeah.
Signed him as a striker,
Yeah.
ended up on wing, top goal scorer last season.
Yeah.
Great player.
Well,
He'll do
Ronaldo's
in
a winger.
Prem. He'll do well in Prem.
Cristiano Ronaldo's a winger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Messi's a winger.
Yeah.
Says a lot, doesn't it? One thing with Colin Quaner that I would say, have you ever seen an 18-wheel lorry go around a roundabout? It always looks as though they're doing quicker than what they actually are.
I'm not even gonna lie, just comment on.
Do you know what I mean? So you see a Nissan Micra in front of this 18-wheeler, nip it, and it goes round, and you go, Jesus, she will go in a bit quick, you know what I mean?
Is that Michael Call?
Something like that, yeah. no, that's Harry Bum. Overlapping
Harry
on
Bum,
outside,
yeah.
you know, little, nippy.
Yeah.
And then 18-wheeler actually only doing 27, but you think, Jesus Christ, look at the size of that, he's shifting. That's Colin Quaner.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's talk about big units. Be a big unit for us this season. Nemanja Matic.
Yeah, Matic, yeah. How much is that?
40. That's
40,
that's
yeah.
cost us. But Mourinho's
It's cost
described
more
it.
than all our signings put together.
But as we spoke earlier, Sam, quality, not quantity. And Mourinho's come out and said he's a Man United player and a Mourinho player.
He
So,
sold him at one point as well at Chelsea.
but he was very young when he sold him, and he did make a point of buying him back. And so I
Yeah.
dropped a rate bollock because he's like immense.
Yeah.
So I think the bit of a theory that I've got right is that last season we played a lot of defensive football, but I think it's all. Go on, what were you
A
going to
lot.
say? Yeah, a lot. Yeah, undoubtedly a lot of boring football. It was a bit Van Gaal-esque at times, but the theory that I've got on it is that there were a lot of players in that squad that Mourinho doesn't trust. So we kind of need to find this formula where we didn't concede goals, which is kind of the basis of all teams, isn't it, really? You kind of look to not concede before you start scoring, don't you?
Unless you're Liverpool.
Unless you're Liverpool, and they do well every season, don't they?
Finished higher than your league.
Anyways, so we've got this. So we've got this set of players that work arguably well in this formation, don't concede many goals. So we've got Smalling and Jones as our main centre-backs. Now, I used to be a big fan of Smalling and Jones, but there are times when I think there's such a liability, you know. So I think Mourinho's kind of set up this little formation that we've got, this immovable positions, which is kind of what it is sometimes, you know. So it's fixed positions, they can't really move out of them. But now, I think, because we've built a team that's got Mourinho players in it, he's going to have so much more trust in it, you know. I think our front 4 or 5 are just going to run right this season. And the early glimpses of what I have seen is that they are starting to do that.
Yeah.
So we've got Matic sat in front of a back 4, and then we've got Pogba and Herrera who are going to be sit each side of him.
Is he your Johnny Ogg?
I think he's better than Johnny Ogg, you know.
Are you kidding
He's
me?
definitely taller.
Yeah, good point.
And
Ogg's injured as well, you know.
Is he really? That could be a bit of...
Danny Williams will play that.
Going to be start a season, Johnny Ogg?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that, do they?
Not poor Oggy.
No, poor Oggy. Good player, not isn't he?
He's what he does is very good. Yeah.
Better than Danny Williams?
A bit different player, I think.
There's only one way to find out, isn't
There's
there?
only one way to find out. Yeah.
So that is a prediction that we just made.
Yeah.
That Johnny Ogg is going to be better than Ashley. Is it Danny Williams? Ashley Williams plays for Everton. Jack, you silly nugget head.
You predicted that, I didn't.
Well, yeah. Another prediction that I've made, as we've both made, is our top 20 for this coming Premier League season. Now, the smarter of you may have observed that there are only 20 teams in the league, but what we have done is order them from 1 to 20. So should we go through it now, Sam?
Yeah. Should we just
I think we
league
should
place,
go-
light set league place at the same time?
Yeah. And
Rather than doing your list, my list.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
So, it's
So
bottom to
bottom,
top.
who we got? Yeah, who you got first?
I'm sure Brighton fans may have us bottom, but I've got Brighton bottom.
So yeah, first and foremost,
I
have
like
also.
Brighton though. I like Chris Hughton.
Yeah, I think the counter-attacking football that they played in Championship last year was like just mint, wasn't it? It was so good. Knockout, rightfully so player at season at Championship, wasn't he?
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what he offered when he came back to a Championship club was just mint,
He's
wasn't it?
brilliant.
Yeah, he's mint, isn't he?
yeah.
So if they keep him fit, I think they've got a chance. Failing that,
I don't know the sign. This one thing here. I don't know who any other Premier League apart from Huddersfield and now Man U, thanks to Jack, have signed.
Yeah.
I'll know odd 1 or 2, but like the bottom half teams, no idea.
Yeah, we're struggling a bit, aren't we? I'll try and fill in a couple.
We can get a few up.
Yeah.
I know they signed Izzy Brown.
Yeah, I mean
Was
that's
a good player.
good signing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they were good. Obviously, very good team in Championship last year. But I'll tell you something here, right?
Go on, hit me with it.
If we played our best football, Brighton played their best football, we'd have beat them last year.
That's controversial.
And I think,
But I think there's some truth in it.
I think that against every team in Championship last year, apart from Fulham.
Oh,
Fulham smashed us to bits.
just got some news up here. Alez Mateju has joined Brighton on a 3-year deal. He's a Czech under-21 right back, and they signed him from Victoria Plzen on an undisclosed fee. That is a big signing, Sam.
Could be, yeah. But again, we've signed some players that other teams had never heard of.
Well, that's
Do you know what I
it,
mean? Apart from me.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of
You're
them
mad
before
for it
we
though,
signed
weren't you?
them, though. Mad for Huddersfield signings, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we go up one?
One thing quickly, just before
Yeah.
we move on. Brighton last season had the most offsides in the
Oh, yeah, you said
Championship,
that, yeah.
118. So if they have got a weakness, and I am kind of nitpicking here, but if they have got a weakness, it's that they get caught offside a
Lazy
lot.
striker.
So if you're listening to this, any aspiring managers in the Premier League, Mr. Klopp, I hear you coming loud and through on this fine Friday evening. You'll press that back line high, you'll get some success against Brighton. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mr. Mourinho, you're very welcome.
Brighton, one down.
Who have you got for second last, Sam?
Watford.
I've
I wanted
got-
to put Watford last, actually.
I think
I
because-
should have done.
Because of the Premier League experience, that's what's making me put them in front of Brighton. But I think because of the chaos that's going off at Watford, you know,
Who's the manager?
who is the manager? That's what I want to know.
find out.
Mazzari resigned end of last season.
He probably got sacked, like they all do.
Oh, it's just a joke, innit? Walter Mazzari, when he was first signed as Watford manager, couldn't speak a word of English, I'm led to believe, so he had to do everything through an interpreter in...
Oh, it's Marco Silva.
Yeah, Marco Silva's
He's
gone from
absolutely-
Hull to Watford.
Yeah, yeah.
So a good manager, but
Good manager.
I still think it's a sinking ship. That
I think Watford they can't keep doing what they're doing.
No, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
With manager turnover.
Do you know they've had 24 managers in 2 months?
I just don't believe that.
That's like a manager every 6
I
hours.
know you've been good with stats, but you just put all your other stats into jeopardy now.
No, that's the only
with
one
that
that's correct.
Is it?
Right, third bottom, who we got?
Palace.
Palace,
Manager. Frank de Boer manager.
Really? That is controversial. They are a lot lower than I've got on that, you know.
I'm just running out of teams.
So, yeah, Palace.
Our first game of the season.
That's probably why you've got them there, isn't it? You just got some loads of negative feelings
I don't
towards
know,
them.
again. I know they've got Zaha.
Yeah. Balas has gone to Everton, so they've lost a big one there.
He went last season.
Yeah, and I think they were struggling, weren't they? After they lost him.
Again,
so.
another one that's mucked about with managers and stuff like that over the past few years.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, they're a bit of a sinking ship sometimes. You know, like,
Yeah.
they mess about with managers a lot. They get these managers in to keep them up.
They dip in form a lot, don't
Yeah,
they? They have good runs and bad runs, don't they?
Pardew were he was manager for a
Hey,
while,
FA
wasn't
Cup
he?
final.
Yeah,
Pardew. That
Yeah.
stupid dance, can you
And
remember
they
that?
got Allardyce in, didn't they?
Allardyce were good.
Yeah, I like him, it was good.
I like Allardyce.
No.
I like Pulis.
Do you really?
Really good managers.
You're kidding me.
They do so good with shit teams.
I know, but it's like, it's not... That's why... They're the kind of managers why we don't produce good managers.
Do you think?
I'll name it 2 best English managers now.
They're so functional though. You know, if you think...
But why do we never are going to win out if, like, when Allardyce got appointed England manager? It's just
I don't know.
ridiculous.
You think of all pressure that's on a Premier League manager, right?
I know.
And all financial strains that they have to like think of and stuff.
I know.
And then you come through that pressure as a Tony Pulis on a shoestring budget, and he gets his teams to perform. I know it's
Yeah.
not best football, but Jesus Christ, it's functional, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like it though. Eddie Howe and Sean Dyche, best 2 English managers.
And speaking of Sean Dyche, unfortunately, that's who I've got as third bottom. Yeah. I mean, I love Sean Dyche, but
Is min.
Sean, if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
I can see why you've done it.
Mm.
Sold Michael Keane, the best player,
Best
25
player,
mil.
wasn't he? Yeah. Former Man United player.
George
just
Boyd's
saying.
gone to Wednesday.
That's a
on
big
free.
loss for him, isn't it? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Does he still look like Jesus, George Boyd?
Yeah.
George, if you're listening, I don't mean to cause any offence to you.
I can remember him ripping us up in League One playoff final when he played for
Peterborough. Yeah, well, that were your first
Him
and
and
only.
McHale Smith were a nightmare.
Oh, can you remember Craig McHale-Smith?
I know.
What a pain in the arse he
Plays
was.
out non-league now, you know.
Does he really? Just as a side note again, have you seen that Jermaine Pennant signed for like some non-league team and he's on $3,000 a week?
Really?
$3,000 a week!
He made his money though, hasn't he?
He's making money now.
Where did he have? He had a spell at like Leeds, didn't he? I think
Yeah, he went to Leeds for a bit, yeah.
Fourth bottom, I've got Swansea. I think
Mm.
Swansea could have been in my bottom 3, to be honest
If they
with
sell Sigurdsson, they're a bit up Shizzle
you. Yeah,
Creek.
because they're trying to get. They were trying to get Billing off us, 10 mil.
Well then. Yeah, what?
We wouldn't sell him for 10 mil,
No.
and he's not a replacement for Sigurdsson. He didn't really play consistently in
He's-
Championship.
Yeah, he's
never
not a
mind.
starting player for you, is he?
A lot of pressure would be put on that lad if he did sign for them, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Wagner have got.
Have you got fourth bottom?
I've got Huddersfield fourth bottom. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I think you'll stay up. Honestly,
I
I
think
think you play that good at football
Yeah.
that even
I
when you
think
come up
we'll-
against top teams, I think you'll pose them problems that they've probably never had before. Off
Yeah,
that
it's going
little
to be a
team.
struggle. I can see us getting walloped a few times.
A lot of teams like Burnley, I know Burnley were another stat for you here, give away possession most out of any Premier League team last
We
season.
can do that because we play it about a lot.
But you've got people like Aaron Moy
Yeah,
and Ash
can
and Danny
control.
Williams in centre midfield that are good. They've got good ball retention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We could get caught back sometimes doing it though.
yeah. 'Cause
Even though
you
they
push-
can play them. Lads,
You push your
but-
full back side though, don't you? And that
Yeah.
kind of always causes you problems, doesn't it? So,
Yeah, but yeah.
And then just above Huddersfield, I've got the Swans. So
I've got Newcastle.
yeah, I think a lot of people might think that Newcastle will go down, but I think the atmosphere they get at home will keep them up. That should be enough to
I
keep
think
them up, you
they'll
know.
stop up.
I know that's such a daft footballing cliche, you know, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I think 50,000.
Home games, they're gonna.
Yeah, even if you have got Matt Ritchie as your best player, you know what I mean.
Good player though.
He is a good player,
I
good,
know what you mean,
good championship
though.
player,
I know what
isn't
you
he?
mean. It's a good Premier League player.
Yeah, he'll do a job, won't he?
Yeah, he's
Dwight
good
Gale
player.
up front, banging goals in.
Yeah, but he's like injured a lot last season.
Did worry.
He
He
struggled.
still scored though, didn't he?
Scored a
Scored a
few,
good
yeah, but
amount.
he was injured a lot. Come in for a game or two, injured.
Who have you got for your next few, Sam?
My next few, Huddersfield Town, 6th from bottom.
That's ambitious.
Ambitious, but doable.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Do you
can
reckon?
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I said earlier, your
Yeah.
style of play.
Manager's the key.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got potential to be better than Klopp, mate, you know. I know that's
Well,
such a, like, might
yeah.
seem like a stupid statement, but
Yeah.
do you think Jurgen Klopp would do as good at a club like Huddersfield as what David Wagner has?
Well, he has done it like with Mainz, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got
Took
him up,
from league
didn't he?
below and then
Yeah,
so
they
he
did a
has
bit with
done
him.
it, but I don't know. He's just like Wagner built front back.
He's so charismatic though, isn't he?
Oh, Wagner or
Yeah.
Klopp. I mean, they both are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are like, yeah.
But just seems a bit smarter than him.
Yeah.
You know, like Klopp. I like
very-
him, but
yeah.
it's like it's all emotion, isn't it?
That's it, innit? I've never understood that, me. You look at a lot of other managers,
A lot of other top managers are opposite, aren't they?
aren't they? I mean, you've got Conte, who was a bit of a nutter, isn't he? But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see
Yeah,
where you come from. It's a sign of intelligence, someone who can control their emotions, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean Wagner's same. I mean, he's legged it a couple of times down wing.
And isn't it
like
weird
that.
how football transforms normal people to doing things that they wouldn't imagine doing, you know what I mean? So we probably consider ourselves as quite reserved people, yet on a Saturday with a few cans down us, we're there bellowing in way end, aren't we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? And then we start, 2008 Champions League final, Sam I started crying when Anderson missed. I must have cried 4 times in my life. One of them times, granted, I did just fall downstairs on the way to record this, so.
Yeah, but on that Wagner Klopp thing, Wagner started last season, before last season when he got all his transfers in.
Yeah.
2 centre backs, left back, all were captains at the clubs that they came from.
And what were another theme that you had?
What? German.
All German. So it comes to 2 penalty shootouts, end of season.
Yeah.
No one will beat Huddersfield Town, will they?
No.
You could have put German.
Although weren't, because we were shocking at penalties in league.
I know, but that's it. That's the German mentality,
Yeah.
mate. It comes down to.
I was saying, like, I go to football with my dad, and I said every time Lerver used to take penalties for Kaiserslautern,
Yeah.
it took him ages to take a penalty.
It's crazy.
As soon as he
isn't
did, banged it straight in.
Proper top corner.
When
on it,
Wells took a miss, Moy even missed a couple.
yeah. To be fair, I think Wells does take him for Bermuda.
But yeah, Wagner Klopp thing, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit odd really. He just likes these winger striker number 10s, doesn't he?
Yeah, everyone does though, mate. Don't
Yeah,
they?
we do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but in every winger at minute want to be a number 10.
Yeah.
And don't every number 10 want to be a winger?
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's a bit more. I don't know, maybe just a bit smarter.
A bit more
Do you know
streetwise.
what I mean? A bit more, yeah, definitely.
A bit more ghetto, innit?
He's had to be though, championship.
Do you think he's winning a fight out of him and Klopp?
I
don't.
I think Klopp might go swinging and Wagner could slip and rip.
I like
to
that, yeah.
You know
A lot more calculated, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Klopp
Yeah.
would go in windmilling, Wagner would take him down to the floor.
It's a bit more
You know
like,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, he'd go for a double Russian leg sweep
Yeah.
and then just rear naked choke him, you know what I mean? Straight away. There's no doubt.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I
got
like
a bit of an American in him as well, so he could wrestle him down.
Wrestling
you know what I
background,
mean?
yeah. Bit of Tyrone Woodley, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's another conversation for another day, kid. Got up 3 next team, Sam.
I've got Burnley finishing one above us.
Oh, that's
You got
quite good,
Burnley.
then.
Yeah,
Got a bit more faith in Sean
I like
Dyche than I
Burnley.
have.
A bit more faith.
Sean Dyche is good, isn't he? He's such
Yeah.
a good manager.
Yeah.
I just don't think they've got personnel this year made to stay up.
Have
But
we still got Barton?
no, he's suspended for gambling.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's got 18 months, probably going to take him to the end of his career.
Yeah.
So,
There's parts of me that likes Joey Barton.
I like Joey Barton, you know.
But then he just does stupid stuff. But I think that's just the way he's made up.
That's it.
Then you've got to like him for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
very organic, isn't he?
Yeah, you got to like him for that big time.
Yeah.
My next one above that's Bournemouth.
Yeah, you've got
Them two
slack.
teams above us are the teams I'd like to model. Not like to model us on, but
Bournemouth.
if we took it that kind of
Yeah.
route, and I think we can.
Yeah. I think you need to consider this season of Bournemouth signings. So in net they signed Asmir Begovic
Yeah,
from Chelsea.
like 15 mil on it.
That's a rate signing,
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
It's a good
Replacing
one.
Artur Boruc,
Yeah,
who was 35. A good keeper,
Good keeper
but
though, yeah.
not to class of old Begovic, is he?
No, that's a good signing.
Yeah. And I know they had Josh King who were firing last season.
Ex-Man U.
What can I say? I think we've got something like, when 8th at Football League came through Man United's academy system.
Really?
I'm sure I read that somewhere. That's probably another stat that I've just entirely made up. But
Yeah. You could just make them up from now on.
went a bit Eddie Bravo on you then.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so I got up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 15th in my list. So above Swansea, I've got Stoke coming in at 14th.
Right.
I think, because of the form that they had dipped last season, I think they're going to struggle against
They
Stoke.
sold
Arnautovic to West Brom.
West Ham.
Yeah. And Bojan, who were kind of setting world on fire, don't get a game these days. He went out on loan second half at season. Last season, which I thought were crazy.
Yeah, they did struggle a bit last season.
They did. They had that big dip in form second half at season, didn't they?
Yeah.
Struggled to stay up in end, but just eventually did.
Yeah.
But they got Mark Hughes, old Sparky. It might turn a corner for him, but
Ex-Man U.
You know what I mean? Eighth the Football League. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Second,
Who else you got?
who have I got now? So
Above
I think
that.
it's 13th. It's West Brom.
Yeah.
So Pulis effect, they're going to do what they do every season, Sam. They're going to get to 40 points,
Yeah.
and they're not going to win a game after
Take
that.
foot off.
Yeah, that's it. I've never known a team like it. If you are someone who bets on football, and this is something that we'll talk about in great depth in coming weeks, because I bet on football. I must say, at least 98% of my wages go on football bets.
On your minimum wage.
Yeah. And if you are a gambling man, you will look at West Brom as soon as they get 40 points, and I urge you to back against them every week because they won't win a game. So.
Right, that's gambling tips. So what that? Who were your last one?
West Brom. There.
West Brom. So, last one I mentioned was Bournemouth, weren't it?
What number are you up to at the minute?
My number 13 for Bournemouth.
Right.
My number 12 Stoke.
My number 12 are West Brom. Well, I've just
Right.
said that. So,
Then I was number 11 Leicester.
they're a bit lower than what I've got them, yeah. But
Yeah. Again, this middle part of the table, I'm just making them up to be fair.
today, just signed Kelechi Iheanacho,
I know.
Leicester.
I've actually seen that, and when I was putting them there, I thought that it's a great signing, that really.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like how Pep Guardiola goes on about his youth. And we've just promoted Scott McTominay into first team. 18 months ago was 5'6", and he's now 6'3".
What?
Yep, he's grown like 7 inch in 18 months. So Mourinho, this person who done promote youth.
Yeah.
He's put 3 or 4 players from our academy into first team this season.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola's just sold Man City's most promising player to Leicester for 25 million. So. I mean, that's
and they put a buy-back clause in it.
Probably.
You've got it was crazy though, like 50 million.
See, that's a bit daft, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't want to buy him back.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
But that might just... Pep might think he's that good.
Possibly, yeah. Well, yeah, funny you should say that, because PSG's owner were on early today, and he said in 5 years, Neymar is going to be double in worth. That's what he predicts.
What?
He says in 5 years he's going to be worth 400 million.
How old is he?
I want to say 24.
Really?
Another thing he did say, though, was that since they bought Neymar, their wealth went from like 1.1 billion to 1.4 billion. So their estimated worth?
Yeah.
So that in signing Neymar, because of the publicity they got, they've already made that money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made 300 million for signing someone who's 200 million, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't like all that stuff.
I don't. It's madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you hear stuff like, we got the money back for Pogba in a week because the shirt sold.
My mind's never worked like that.
My mind don't work like that. My mind, Sam, works in Freddos and croissants.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Cashing checks and cracking necks.
You know what I mean?
That's one of yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
That's it.
I like that stuff. Leicester 11th. Have we got 11th? Have we mentioned?
11th, I've
Bournemouth.
got Bournemouth, yeah.
Yeah, so quite
10th,
good.
who have you got?
West Brom. I think
Yeah.
I could shoot them a bit down table, to be honest with you. But
Yeah. I've got Southampton, thinking if they lose Virgil van Dijk, they might struggle.
yeah, but it's still decent for a minute.
That's it, innit? If you look at Saints having a good season, it's 7th. If they have a bad season, it's 13th. Innit?
Yeah, I've got an 8th.
Yeah.
Southampton.
That's fair dues.
I've got West Ham 9th.
I've got West Ham 9th. That's a good one, that. So, West Ham's notable signings. Joe Hart, fantastic.
Yeah.
Zabaleta, decent. I think he's better
That's
than current
decent,
right. But
yeah.
they have got like Mikel Antonio and Sam Byram to play right back.
Antonio don't play right back.
He played right wing back for some bits of last season.
He didn't need to be.
No. Very attacking.
Yeah, Sam Byron's decent.
Yep. Like we said, we signed Arnautovic from Stoke.
And
That were 20 million.
your
And
ex-man.
yeah, most importantly, they signed Chicharito,
Yeah,
Javier
that's a good
Hernandez.
one. Yeah.
I think he's a 20-goal a season man.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking, if they're in ninth, Chicharito will probably get 20 and everyone else will not do much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bit of an average
Yeah.
team for most of them. Joe Hart will be good, but he'll still concede a few because
It's,
as good as he is, he's still got a few mistakes in him. That's why I think he's not good at Man City.
yeah. Yeah. I still think he's probably like a bit below his level at West Ham. would you
Yeah,
say?
I do. Yeah.
Slightly.
He's a top four
I'd have
goalkeeper, isn't he?
I'd have thought like
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Should have snatched him up. But
Or
why
like
would you need
Everton,
Joe
like
Hart?
Everton.
Yeah.
A good signing.
Yeah. But why would you need Joe Hart when you've got Danny Ward, eh?
Exactly, mate.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I've got Everton 7th.
Leicester.
Leicester.
I've
You
got
got
Leicester.
Everton above them.
Oh, have you got 8th?
Saints.
Yeah, I've got Leicester 8th.
You've got Leicester 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've still got a lot. Mahrez has shown in past that he can turn it on. He had an horrific season last season, Mahrez. It was shocking.
That what season war was going to happen.
Yeah,
Probably.
pretty much. But if he turns it back round, if Vardy gets scoring, they've got Ian Acho up front.
I don't like their manager.
They've signed. Who's their manager?
Craig
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. That's
Yeah,
it.
good words. They've got a young lad from Sevilla. He's not very young, I don't think. He's called Iborra. Nevertheless, though, cracking player.
Really.
Watch out for him. He's an holding midfielder, bit of a
Is this based
playmaker.
on FIFA stats?
It is entirely. He's got a lot of informs this season, but he's a good player. And I've watched bits. He played for Sevilla, so when I've been watching Barcelona against him, he does look like he can hold ball a bit.
Hold it a bit.
As many Spanish players do,
The keeper.
he's got fantastic ball retention.
Yeah. Who we got 6th?
7th, I've got Liverpool.
Liverpool. Have you?
I've got Liverpool to finish below Everton because
That's some good signings out, aren't they?
they're going to sell Coutinho.
Yeah.
And who else are they going to get in to replace him? I know they've got Mo Salah, who I think is going to be good
The
this
best
season.
not come after Van La Parra, I'm telling you now.
Oh my God! Imagine if they did. If Liverpool launched 28 million bid for Rajid Van La Parra,
Yeah, I'd take it.
I would. Else? Well,
Sixth.
I've got Everton, so Everton to finish
I've
above
got
Liverpool.
Arsenal
Have
sixth.
you really? Fan TV is going to be on it, you know.
I
Tom
know.
Herbers is not going to be happy with that.
I always like Arsenal. I always want to put them further up league, but
Mm.
I just think he's had it.
It's ineffective, isn't it? You know the football that they're playing nowadays. I think
It's
they get
yeah.
to big games and it's just not there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
That
you look
mentality
at
of players and team.
you look at Chelsea last year. You look how Kante just gobbled them up both games.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Who we got 5th?
Arsenal.
I've got Liverpool.
That's fair, do. So we've kind of swapped them two around, haven't we? Nearly.
Where's Everton in your?
6th. So I've got Everton to finish above Liverpool.
So
Everton
you've got
is
Liverpool
6th.
7th. I've got them 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So them
switched
three are
them- switched
kind of.
them around,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, same again with Arsenal for me. I just don't think. I think it'll come to big games. I think hopefully we're going to get them in a couple of big games. Hopefully we'll play Rashford because Rashford loves playing against Arsenal.
We play them last game of the season at home.
So you might need that to save you from being bottom last.
21st.
Yeah. You need to beat Arsenal to go up.
Yeah. to go up fourth bottom. Hey, if we finish fourth bottom, that's promotion there.
That's just mega, innit? Think of money you'll get. Think about
I'm
money you'll
not
get.
bothered about that. I just want to
Parachute
stop up.
payments. Yeah, but I know your chairman's all
So
about.
if we go down, Wagner's going to go.
Do you think?
Yeah.
To Wolfsburg.
Now.
They're after him though, aren't they?
Ages ago that, yeah.
You never know, might
Yeah.
come back for him.
They might do. Was he top 4 then?
Top 4. Coming in at 4. I've got
We
Spurs.
can echo this mic, you know.
Yeah, no, take it downstairs.
No, there's an echo thing on it.
No way.
Echo. I'm not going to, don't play with it.
No,
now.
we're not going to. That's for next week.
Yeah.
I've gone Spurs.
I have.
4. I think as good as they are and as good as players they've got, I don't think they've strengthened
They've not.
adequately.
They've not signed anybody, I don't think.
No.
As of now.
They've still got Victor Janssen as the backup striker. That
Yeah,
needed
he was
addressing.
poor, weren't he?
He
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Poor.
Yeah. Yeah, he did not make an impact at all, that lad, did he?
No.
But they've got
It
players
looked like he was a trier. He was trying
No
to
one
impress.
likes a trier, do
Trying
they?
to impress is good but bad.
Victor Janssen is that kid in PE who used
Trying
to
too
think
hard.
that football, every game of football in PE was a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
Yeah.
You know
Can
what
you
I mean?
mess up because there's no composure then?
That's it. No I didn't
It's
see
got
any of that
ability,
in him. Yeah.
obviously. That's going to be a signing for Spurs.
Yeah.
But who was your third top?
Third top,
That means third.
Chelsea. Chelsea.
I've got Man U.
That hurts.
Oi. It hurts to finish third top.
Well,
You
I think with signings that we've made,
from a Huddersfield
with
fan.
signings that we've made, and how
Yeah,
good we're
no,
looking
yeah.
pre-season, I fancy us this season. You know, this is
I
me talking.
could see it being.
Yeah.
I could actually see it being a Manchester.
I mean, on this podcast, I'll try not to be as unbelievably biased as what I usually am. But from this, as a prediction point of view, I am talking like with my heart and not my head. I genuinely think we're going to win league this season.
Have you got your?
I have.
League?
It were a toss up between us and City because in
I've got City to win league.
Deep down, I love Guardiola.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Barcelona. I've been to the home of football, and it's just like Pep Guardiola's the man, mate.
Yeah.
I know that when we got Mourinho and City got Pep, I was gutted.
Yeah.
But if there is a man to take Pep and dethrone him, it's Jose. So
There was that kind of
that's it,
rivalry.
And I'm glad that we've got that.
See, I agree with you that. I think even though I've got Chelsea second,
Yeah.
Man City top. I've got Chelsea second because.
So go on, run us through your top three then.
Man United third, Chelsea second, Man City first.
And I've gone Chelsea third, Man City second, Man United first.
Reason I've gone Chelsea second is manager
Yeah, and Kante.
and Kante.
The greatest footballer to ever grace God's earth. He is though, isn't he?
Not really, but yeah,
I
know
think
what you
he
mean.
is. I think he's stunning, me.
Really?
He covers every blade of grass. You know them heat maps that it shows you?
Yeah.
Every blade on that grass is red. Do you know he runs home from training?
You're just making stuff up now.
And he lives in Manchester.
Yeah, but I could easily see it being a Manchester top two.
I would quite like that, you know,
Yeah.
deep down.
I just think Pep might have sussed it.
Met some good signings again.
Mm.
Signed a lot of wingers who were number 10s.
He needed to get rid of people.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. Spent a shit ton of money on defenders.
I know.
I
English.
have never seen any wing backs being bought for this amount of money.
50 mil.
It's getting
Kyle
ridiculous
Walker.
now, isn't it? That young lad from Monaco, Mendy,
No.
Benjamin Mendy, left back,
Right.
who's going to be their number one left back this
Really?
season. He cost about 50 million.
Danny Rose out. What man about?
Oh my days.
They didn't have a left back really.
Gail
did they?
Clichy won it,
Gael
or Kolarov.
Clichy.
Kolarov gone to Monaco. Clichy's
Kolarov,
still at
yeah.
club. I think he'll probably
Is
be
he?
substitute.
Yeah. I don't know why I got them mixed up with Spurs then.
Because Danny Rose is a bit better than Gail Clichy, isn't he?
Just a bit.
Danny Rose, Donny boy. Shout out, Danny, if you're listening.
John Stones, Barnsley boy.
Terrible season last year, didn't
I know, but he's still good.
he? He's good on
You've got to
ball.
back them. You've got to back these players.
Yeah, but
I hate it when they get writ off.
I ain't backing no Man City players, Sam.
Yeah, but you,
I want
an
him to-
English lad.
As
you
much
want
as
him
I
to
like
do
John
that.
Stones, I want him to fail miserably.
That's,
And I want him to end up back at
That's the
Barnsley.
mentality of English football fans.
Yeah.
that we need to get away
It's right
from.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is idiots. We call
Because I
them.
hate watching England.
Yeah. So I've got Man City. You've got Man United.
That's not been...
Even though Man City's let Aaron Moy go.
Yeah, big loss from... although that is... I still
Yeah.
think they might have enough to finish in top two.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right.
Oh, anything else on the agenda?
Any other news?
Any other news? What about the foul throw by...
So
It's
we've
a bit
had,
off topic this. It's very much off topic.
we've had
We just talked an hour and 15 football.
Yeah. But we will be moving into other sports for those who are concerned. The foul throw segment this week,
Yeah.
which is something that we'll kind of put in end of every week, is when someone's been a bit naughty.
Yeah.
The scandal that we've unearthed this week, if you've been tuning into Twitter, as I'm sure many of you are, allegations from Amir Khan, who has unfortunately split up with his wife. We send our condolences to Amir and his family at this time, but throwing about some big allegations that Anthony Joshua has been Snapchatting Amir Khan's ex-wife behind his back. Since this has came out, AJ's denied it. And to be fair, Sam, if you were picking a fight with a guy...
Isn't AJ like got a girlfriend and a kid though.
I think so, yeah.
So he's got a kid, hasn't he? That,
Yeah.
Like, and he's always kept all that side of his life
And he did
private,
tweet.
hasn't he?
Yeah, he did tweet a video of the song "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy.
Who did?
AJ.
AJ.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was his
no.
response. That's fantastic, that, isn't it? So
I couldn't see him doing it, but
one thing that
you just don't know him well enough.
no,
do you?
one thing Amir Khan said in his tweets was that he's not bothered that it were another man. He's disappointed in her that it were another fighter.
Oh no.
I know.
Guess what? This might be wrong, but do you know what Amir Khan said?
What?
Anthony Joshua can have my leftovers.
That is true. That is a genuine
it?
tweet that Amir Khan sent today. AJ can have my
His
leftovers.
wife or dime piece.
Yeah, pure dime piece. Yeah.
Amir Khan's wife. I don't know her name, do you?
He tweeted. Look at his tweets. Her name's on his tweet.
Well, still wife, I think, innit? Not
Yeah,
divorced
until they
yet,
get officially divorced. Jesus, that's going to cast him
she said,
some
man
sticker.
up, stop making things up.
Oh, so might be a bit paranoid then, lad.
Why would you?
You know what I mean? Why would
why
you?
would
How
you-
many
why
followers
would
has
you-
he got?
Why would you?
He's just
Splash all
shamed
this-
it.
I'm-
He's just shamed his
Social
baby mama.
media.
You know what I mean?
He's got 2.1 million followers.
And he's just blurted all that shit out. It's a
Man's
2.1
like
million.
Joshua can have my leftovers.
Mans. You know what I mean?
Man's, oh my, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Would you ever do all that?
That's a name.
Let's have a good pronouncing this. Fayal.
Yeah, moved on quick. Always mentioned to me how much she wanted to be with another guy.
There's a time and a place in this, Sam.
It's not on. This is how.
This is the world
This is
that
how
we live in.
stupid boxers are.
If you're listening and
And-
you are a
and-
boxer,
yeah,
we will release
yeah.
Sam's address shortly.
Yeah.
That were a big generalisation,
Yeah, but-
that, Sam.
Yeah, it was, to be fair, but
Vladimir Klitschko's got degrees, bruv.
he's retired, hasn't
He has.
he? Yeah.
'Cause he don't wanna
I'm glad
fight.
as well because I didn't want to see that fight again, Joshua.
I didn't want to see the poor lad get mauled again
No, well, he didn't get
by that
it
damn
nearly-
wife snatcher.
It nearly won.
He did nearly win, yeah. He laid the smack down for 5 rounds,
Yeah, but
didn't
just
he?
going back onto that, whatever, so how stupid boxers are.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think
I'm
you'd go back to
I'm
that.
paraphrasing. Brendan Sharp said,
Right.
boxers are the dumbest people. He says, when he's talking to boxers, this is coming from a UFC fighter.
That's a lot of head
Who's
trauma,
quite
that,
smart, to be
man.
honest
He
with you,
is
yeah.
a savvy guy.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah, and he got out of UFC because he didn't want that
Yeah.
trauma and stuff in future. He went heavyweight as well, so they're more susceptible.
Not half.
Yeah,
4-ounce gloves.
but he said like, so obviously they spar boxing and whatnot.
Mhm.
He was saying that that yeah, even when he talks to boxers, he can feel himself getting stupider.
That's a bit mad, isn't it? You got to
But
think.
no, I mean, there's got to be something a bit loose to.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously joke about boxing each other all the time, don't we? But
Yeah.
it's never going to happen.
Probably not, no. It's too percussive for me. I think it needs
Yeah.
to be a
I
straight
can't-
street fight.
I can't take a punch.
No. Yeah, one thing my dad said to me a few weeks ago, he said, wouldn't you
Your dad
mind
was a
doing...
boxer, wasn't he?
He was a boxer, an amateur boxer. He had a record of 0-4. He had 4 fights and lost them all.
Did he
so
really?
I think so, yeah.
I bet it
No, that
dancing,
was
wasn't it?
professional record.
All right.
My
He was
dad-
pro for a bit. Yeah.
He did, yeah. He had 4 fights and lost them all. His amateur record was actually quite good, you know.
Yeah.
But I think because of money and people who were put up against, he just got mismatched every time. One guy, he said
They
he
can
was...
just get sent in there just to.
Yeah, he said he fought Ivor Drago 4 times. And he's got bombed every time.
What weight did he fight at? You know.
He was middleweight, he was quite light.
Middleweight. Yeah. What's that in?
No, I
that's
think he was
4-4.
smaller actually.
No, because say middleweight in boxing is like
145.
No, 154.
Is it? What's
That's what
147?
McGregor and
Innit?
Mayweather
Yeah,
fighting
I
at
made out a bit about that,
middleweight, yeah.
Yeah, he's a little short fella though, isn't
Yeah, because I get mixed up. That's like lightweight in UFC.
he? Yeah.
Lightweight in boxing's like 130 something, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause welterweight's 147.
Yeah.
Welterweight, that's like closer to featherweight in UFC, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, I think that's pretty it. That concludes this week's foul throw. Foul throw.
Foul throw, yeah. Foul throw. Yeah, that's what the podcast was going to be called, isn't it?
Yeah, but we
Foul
decided
throw.
we decided against it, and we decided
It
to
was
chuck
very
in
close.
some chirpy little segment that we're going to do every week. So,
Yeah.
if you have got any tripe that you'd like to email into us, the email to send all these things and matters to is?
dtbpodcast@gmail.com.
So yeah, if you're listening from all around the world / Yorkshire region, as I'm sure this is as far. I mean, I was thinking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Can't see many of my mates listening to this, you know.
Don't matter.
I'll recommend it to them.
We don't want your mates listening to it.
If you are listening, any of my friends, I don't mean that. Maddo. Don't turn it off.
Yeah, I think with this podcast we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's our Premier League predictions anyway. So, if anything, we can look back at this in a year's time and see how miserably we failed at predicting league. You know, when Leicester win it again.
Yeah.
And when Huddersfield
Finish mid-table.
get Champions League.
Yeah, Europa League spot. The dream.
That is the dream,
That's
isn't it?
the heffing dream.